Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what will happen with the situation that you have in your mind. There are two ways in which you can pick your piles in today's reading, either using your zodiac signs. If this is your preferred method, you'll find a link to that, a timestamp to that down in the description box, which will take you straight to the part of the introduction where we shuffle your zodiac signs and find out in which of the piles they're going to fall under. But of course, the second way is using your zodiac signs. If this is your preferred method, you can either pick your piles using, in that case, using the cards or the crystals that I'll be placing up top of the cards. All right, so let's get straight into it and pull out 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. All right, so for pile number 1, you have the Anisadora Oracle. For pile number 2, you have the Rebus Oracle. And for pile number 3, you have the Solve e Coagula Oracle. If you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the beautiful tiger's eye. For pile number 2, you have the yellow Aventurine. And for pile number 3, you have the zebra Jasper. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals, 3 cards or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to, and this or these will be the piles for you here today. You can either assign a different situation to each pile and hear what could happen with regards to each, or you might have one situation in your mind and see which one or ones you're actually drawn to. In all cases, whatever you decide in your mind will most likely be the way the reading will serve you, unless there's like an important message that you're meant to hear about a specific situation. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. In a moment, I am about to assign different zodiac signs to each pile. And so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video, take as much time as you need. And as mentioned, I will see you in your readings. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, this specific part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. And what I like to do is shuffle your zodiac signs really well all around. And once we're ready, I will be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. Okay, one more round and I think we're ready. Whoa. So Gemini's pretty strong in pile number 1 for sure. So pile number 1 is Gemini, Cancer, Aries, and Taurus. As for pile number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, the signs are Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. For pile number 3, the signs are, of course, Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Leo. Okay, so my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. I highly recommend you pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising, and especially the 3 if you feel drawn to do that. Alternatively, you can pick a pile using another placement in your chart, if you, of course, prefer to do that as well. And once you're ready, you will find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Your crystal is the beautiful Tiger's Eye. Your card, your main card, is the Anisidora Oracle. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Gemini, Cancer, Aries, and Taurus. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. They are just another way for other people to pick their piles as well. They are not, however, the official signs for everyone watching the pile. Okay, so today we're taking a look at what will happen with the situation you have in mind. Let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So you have the root chakra with the keyword insecurity. Okay. You have sacrifice, and this is what your oracle card looks like. And I feel like it has so many details. Do you see the rabbit with the carrots in the hole here? It's so interesting. I'm sure we'll see a lot as we do your reading. You also have the Uruz rune with strength, health, and transition. So nice. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards and inquire about the situation that you have in your mind. What will happen with the situation that you have on your mind, my dear pile number 1? What will happen with the situation that you have on your mind? Let's find out together. So you have the Lover's card, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Seven of Swords. It's very interesting. Before we continue, I'm noticing something. I'm noticing a lot of things. So I see you on a path, trying to achieve something or trying to get something. I don't know, but you are on a path. And there's duality here. You can also see it with the Lovers and the Ten of Swords. It seems to me like this there's something about the path that you're on that you really love, hoping for, choosing, But at the same time, with the Ten of Swords, it's very painful. So there's dual nature with the situation you're talking about. It's not a situation where, it's not that sort of situation that you are stuck in, although there's a lot of stuck energy. Don't get me wrong. It feels like you want to be liberated perhaps to do what you love within the situation, but you feel like you can't. There's something very painful and holding your freedom down to enjoy it in the way that you want. So that's the dual nature that I see. You really love something about it, but at the same time, it is causing you a lot of pain. And it's no doubt tricky with the Seven of Swords. There we can see a path. But there's also something super interesting about your situation. You see, towards the end of the path, there is a sword that formed this path in the first place, giving me the idea that the end result of the situation has been already determined, making me think of the idea between destined and fate. I really feel like there is something fated that's meant to happen in this situation. Although it looks like you are on the path trying to make something happen, or on this path because you love it, not sure yet exactly, but it looks like you are the one going through it. It is, without you knowing, actually fated, and you are following your fate at the moment. As you're listening to this, I can guess, is it like a bad fate? Is it fate? Is it a good fate? Let's take a look at the cards. That's just the initial impression that I'm getting. Let's continue and see some more. Oh my God. Can you believe this? So that's the Lover's card, and that's the Devil card. It looks like this cat might like try to get them if they're not careful or something. Let's see. So you have the Devil card, the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, the Hermit, the Fool card. Look, there was this danger of the cat getting to the birds, right? With the Devil card. And remember, the devil is a limiting belief. So you want to choose something, but you feel like it might be attacked. It might be, you feel a bit insecure about it. But really, with the Fool card, what is going to happen is that the cat will never get to the bird. It's like you're protected or something. What you're afraid of is not going to happen. So is it you wanting to do something? You want to choose something, you want to do something, but maybe the pain is the insecurity. Maybe you feel like it's not going to happen for you, or maybe you feel like if you do go ahead, some danger might occur, perhaps. That's the kind of energy I'm seeing here. You have the Strength card. Look at that. Oh my God. So remember when I told you there is something fated and something destined in your reading, right? Something fated and something destined. And the difference is one is going to happen anyways, fated, and destined is kind of like it's in your hand. Should you choose to take that path, then perhaps, like for example, the success is destined to happen for you. So you have, it's like you can choose to make it happen. So what I'm just saying the difference between fated and destined. I'm not getting, of course, into the argument of whether this is true or not. I'm just getting the idea. I have an idea that, seeing the Strength card with the fated idea here, it makes me feel like it is fated for you to find the strength. This is like healing the insecurity, which will result in perhaps you getting the fortune with the Knight of Pentacles, because that's like the fortunate cat, right? Getting the fortune in whatever the situation is. So look at the Strength card. It is so interesting. You can see a lot of like soldiers pointing their guns towards someone, and that figures like, hey, I want to present peace, I don't want to fight. But also, as they hold the gun, it's kind of showing, I'm not afraid, you know. I'm not going to be intimidated by the guns. I'm not afraid. I'm here to bring peace, though. So it's giving me a strong, a totally different sense than what we're getting here. Here we have someone who's afraid, insecure about something, and the root chakra is compromised. Well, this person's root chakra is probably like something else. They're not afraid. Look at all of these armies standing, and they're not afraid of it. They're like, hey, is that what you're threatening me with? I'm going to hold it. I'm not afraid, but I'm not here to fight. I'm here to bring peace to all of us. So what I am trying to say is that, what I'm trying to say is, you are the only painful thing, and I'm not surprised because it's the Ten of Swords, right? The swords are the mind. The only thing that's causing pain in this situation is the limiting beliefs of some form of attack, like something is going to go wrong in the situation. You can even see the rabbit, the fortune, right? And is afraid by the wolf, right? So you're perceiving threat, and that's what's causing pain. Even the ships with the Three of Wands coming together like that looks a bit intimidating from the perspective, the opposite perspective, right? So I can sense a bit of intimidation in whatever, in something that's going on within this situation. I feel like it is fated for you to find strength in this situation, and be very fortunate with it. Where did I see fortunate? Oh, yes, with the Anisidora. I did check out what Anisidora meant, and it seems like it's an epithet of Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. And is also, the name itself, Anisidora, means sender of gifts. So this is where I'm getting the idea that you are going to be fortunate, as well as the rabbit, of course, the symbolism of the rabbit, which symbolizes fortune. So I can see that you're going to be very fortunate in this situation, and that, this is where I'm getting, you're going to be very fortunate and strong in this situation. So what I'm seeing is going to happen is, you think that there is a perceived danger. While you're right, there is a perceived danger. There is another thing that you're not seeing, a resource that you have maybe, or a power that you have, or you standing strong will not allow this perceived danger to come at you. Do you see? And there is the idea of fated and destined. It seems like it is fated for you to get out of the situation. But it's kind of like designed, this situation, to build some sort of strength with you, an underlying strength that probably has nothing to do with the situation. That's the idea that I'm getting here. And you could be saying, but how? I'm afraid because this can attack, this can happen to me. Isn't it logical to say that this could happen to me? Absolutely. 100%. Your perceived fear is real. Nobody can take that from you. But there's always a missing element that you keep forgetting, either about yourself, about your situation, about your strength, maybe, about what you can do to put these boundaries, something like that. And I feel like your guides are leaving you to figure it out, because you have the gods and the goddesses here. I feel like you're I feel like the universe at the moment, with regards to the situation you're inquiring about, are treating you with so much love as a mother or a father would help their child walk. And it's like they're kneeling with humbleness and gentleness, holding the child and going, hey, you can do it. You can do it. Just take a step. And the child would go, but I'd fall. And the parent would go, I know, it's okay. It's okay if you fall. Get up and try it again. So I feel like you're being handled so gently in this situation, although it could feel really painful at the moment. Because the idea here, is it fated for the situation to end to your favor where you're going to be strong? Yes. At the moment, there seems to be, look at this frustration, the King of Swords. I mean, the King of Swords is a very strong character. Someone who is always depicted as someone who knows what to do, right? Is intelligent, has got this. It's the masculine energy of going after what you want, using strength. So here, I feel like you're being trained for something far more important, and that is to maybe set your boundaries, to show your strength. Here you can see that this figure is not intimidated by the guns, is actually holding it. You know, it's really funny with the armor and this figure going, oh, is that what you have? Cool. Do you wanna have peace? Let's do that. How about that? So I feel like this is what's going on in your situation. Your perceived danger is real, but also what you can do about it, the resource that you have, maybe who you are, is very real too. So much so that it's fully going to prevent the perceived danger that you are afraid of from happening. You can even see the rabbit here envisioning themselves getting into a hole, so they have a plan B or something. They're like standing there strong. Now they can stand there strong. They're not intimidated anymore because it looks like they have a plan. Oh, hey, I can either do this or I can get into the hole. I can do this or that. So perhaps you're being invited in your reading to consider what you've got to use while knowing that it's fated for you to be in that strong position, that your perceived danger will not happen to you. And you can see with the Three of Wands that you will move in harmony, which seems to be something so important because you are afraid of it at the moment. And it's kind of like the universe is building your strength and your stability in a situation like that. And that's the most important thing. You can see here with the Uruz rune that you're building strength, right? And there's a transition. You're not going to continue on this scary path forever. It may seem like, oh, that's my destiny, that's my fate, when really your fate is something else altogether than what you are perceiving. You are on a path temporary to build strength, stability, security in this situation, and then move from this path altogether. Once you find that harmony with the Two of Cups, you are moving with strength. I do see you frustrated. But I also see that you will work out and grow out of it. Because work out is the hermit, like you're going to be enlightened and how to deal with a situation like this forever. And I see you're going to grow out of it because of the hermit, you know, how the animal within the shell grows and always looks for a bigger shell to get into. So they always switch shells as they grow throughout their lives. So I feel like you're going to outgrow the situation, and it shall never happen to you by choice because now you know how to handle it. And this is why with the Knight of Pentacles, you're being guided to take it slow. It's going to turn out to be so fortunate. You're going to love, it seems, the results, although you're really frustrated now. And look at that. You could have been depicted as the Page of Swords, which would have made a lot of sense, showing that you're in the beginning of a journey, you know, you're learning, you're growing. But here you're depicted as the King of Swords, which makes me think and feel like, hey, you're up for this. You got it, you know, just Look at the sword in the stone, just like this one. Reminds me of Arthur, right? He's the only one that's able to pick that sword up. So I feel like you're ready somehow in this situation. Like you're being guided to pick the sword, to get to it, and you find yourself to be very fortunate. Albeit, move slowly with the Knight of Pentacles. Don't rush. I also notice in your situation that with the two unicorns, that you are in a unique situation. It's not something common. The situation you're inquiring about is not something that people a lot of the times find themselves in, but you also have an equal, unique solution to it that will mesmerize you, maybe mesmerize others. It will really be surprising, and it has a unique gift for you that maybe when you do realize it, it will be far greater than you coming out of the situation itself. So let's take a look at the remaining two cards. I feel like, oh wow, the Witch. Okay. I can't help but tell you, your message is use your psychic powers. You have maybe psychic powers, or maybe you have intuition. Use your intuition to think your way out of this. What feels right? What doesn't feel right? What do you feel like you need to do? I feel like with the Witch, you'll really be guided, maybe specifically through tarot cards, right? Or with the crystal, like specifically your third eye, or the messages that you keep getting, because look at all these feathers which represent messages, right? So you'll be getting messages, or maybe it's a combination of both. You will be getting messages as well as either your own readings of tarot cards, or your tarot cards are currently telling you something these days, something of the sort. Like you'll be getting great messages from the universe to help you. I feel like the universe is really gentle, showing your way out of it slowly but surely. And it's destined for you to walk, just like a child. They fall and fall and fall, but it's destined for them, or it's fated for them. Most likely that they are going to walk, right? So here we have the Eight of Swords. Let me think about that. Let me think about that. I feel like this is a really interesting Eight of Swords, because usually we feel like the figure in the Eight of Swords is stuck. Here I feel like this is an ingenious Eight of Swords, because as spectators, we are the ones who are stuck in our minds, and that's why we are so impressed when we take a look at how the magician cuts down the boxes and puts the swords, and we go, oh no, don't kill the person inside, right? So I feel like the Eight of Swords is giving a message of your worries, your anxiousness, right? Your not awe, how you're flabbergasted towards the situation, your jaw drop towards the situation, how in awe you are about it. Maybe you're over analyzing it, or not over analyzing it. Maybe you are perceiving it as overly dangerous than what it really is. Because if you take your mind out of a specific pattern of thought, and see what it's all about, you're gonna go, yeah, right. You can cut these boxes and put these swords as many million times as you want. I'm gonna yawn. Right? So it's a matter of perspective. And I feel like your important guidance here in this specific situation that you're inquiring about, although it's fated, you have guidance here. Because remember when I told you there is fate, and there is also like a destiny in your reading where you're meant to do something for yourself. Although really the final results is that you're gonna win over this, right? So your guidance here is that you're just so overly you're overestimating the situation, and the reason it's scaring you, it's making you feel unstable, whatever the emotion evoked here is due to how you're looking at the situation. Because it's not the reality with the devil card. This perceived danger is not the reality. You're being guided through your messages. I feel like with the finger being pointed, the most important message you're meant to get is that shift your way of thinking about this situation. Because you think you're like nearly sure it's one way, when it really is the other. When you realize the real honesty about the situation, you will never be afraid or in awe about it ever again. You will face this situation grounded, unafraid, and you might even bring peace to it because you're not intimidated by it. You might feel like this situation is tough and painful, but really it is there to bring you great fortune. Looking back in retrospect through your frustration, you're going to feel like you were so lucky to be put in this unique situation, to be able to reach this conclusion and find your strength within it. And that's the growth here that the universe is gently taking you through. We did learn that Anisadora literally means sender of gift. So you're going to get your gift out of the situation. You're going to get to enjoy what you want to enjoy. But the thing is that it's there for you to grow something far more important than what you love about the situation. And you will look back and feel very fortunate that you've gained something much larger and much more significant out of it. So I feel with the sacrifice card, see, this rabbit is facing their opponent. Also the strength card is facing their opponent. And I see a lot of fear in your reading. Perhaps this is a message of shift your perspective and face your opponent or whatever is scaring you. For some of you, this little rabbit could be signifying their inner child. So make that sacrifice, face what you're afraid of facing. As you take care of your inner child, it could be that also rabbit could be fortune as you take care of your resources, maybe like consider your resources really well before you get into that danger. In that case, it's like plan it well. It's like you're afraid of something and you realize it's not as scary when you're prepared for it. It's like focus on what matters. Focus on you. Focus on what matters. Focus on you. Also, are these poppy flowers? Look at that. The poppy flowers, they have, what is it called? That makes you tranquil. Opium. So I'm getting this idea of calm, be calm. It's like all over your reading. Perhaps that's the strength that you're invited to get into, to be calm and to focus on what's important. That will give you groundedness, and that will take you out of this path, because what you're afraid of is a limiting belief. Is the danger there? Yes, but it's not really danger when you see it in the right way. Carrots could also be like dangling carrots, like benefits. Look at the benefits, for example. I'm just gonna take a few seconds to try to guess what it is you're meant to focus on in front of danger, as much as possible to help everyone get their message. So white could be maybe taking us to the white in this card, which in that case represents deities, maybe like have faith. It could be have faith. Don't be afraid, have faith, stand strong and be calm. For some of you, it's like look at the benefits and stay calm. For some of you, it's inner child. Take care of your inner child in this situation. Create plans and keep focused on your plans. Oh, could also be truth. Look at the truth instead of focusing on what you are afraid of, because finding the truth of did we forget the reading? Yeah, focus on the truth of the situation. That's it. Put yourself out there into that situation with sacrifice. Focus on the truth of the situation, not on the opponent or the energy that you're afraid of, and you'll find yourself grounded and peaceful. That's what this is trying to say. And you'll find yourself grounded and peaceful and fortunate in this situation. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Remember, look at the truth of the situation and not what you think the situation is. I truly hope you've enjoyed this reading, and please do consider joining the memberships. It is a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. You will find a join button under this video. I've also left a link first thing in the description box to make it easy for you to find right away. Thank you so much for every type of support. I love you guys and wishing you the best in this situation. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what will happen with the situation that you have in mind. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. Your card is the Rebus Oracle. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. They are, however, not the official zodiac signs for the pile for everyone listening, because some people prefer to pick their piles with their zodiac signs, others prefer to pick them with their intuition. Okay, so let's take a look at what you should expect, what will happen in this situation. Right, so you have the Rebus Oracle, you have the third eye chakra with mysticism, you have the Wunyu rune with joy, happiness, peace. So lovely to see for you guys. You have acclimate, so it's acclamation, right? Acclamation. And you have the third eye chakra again with recovery. Very, very interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot cards and see what you should expect, what you can expect with the situation that you have in mind. And these two. Right. So, my dear pile number 2, you have the High Priestess. The Ace of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. Right, the Six of Wands, lovely. Okay. The Three is really nice. You've got the Three of Cups. Right, this keeps actually talking about the same thing, nearly. The Five of Pentacles. Okay, all right. I think I have an understanding. I can continue to pull the cards. The Hierophant. The Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords. The Three of Wands. The Ace of Wands. And finally, you have the Justice card. Okay. So, the situation that you are in at the moment, especially that we have the Justice card towards the end, and maybe for some of you, you feel like you're going through something unjust, you're going through something unfair. In that case, I would tell you that this situation is going to work to your favor. But that aside, let's talk about the whole situation, how the cards are leading up to what's going to happen and how it's going to end. So in all cases, I feel like you're going to be happy in this situation. I feel like you have gone through a lot of pain, or maybe you are going through a lot of pain at the moment with the background of the Three of Swords. And see here, you've got the Three of Cups, which shows that the pain that you've gone through will be worthwhile. You will get the benefits. It makes me feel like you're gonna get your right. I can't help but feel this for a lot of you. Someone has inflicted pain onto you, and you will be really getting your rights with regards to this situation. But other than that, you're going through some great pain. Something is breaking your heart. And the Three of Cups really shows that there is a new beginning. There's more that will happen to the situation. There's perhaps at the moment with the Death card, right, the Death figure right on top of the Wheel of Fortune, you're feeling like it's the worst. You're feeling like it's really bad. It really hurts. But I have good news for you. This is the pinnacle of the situation. And so any moment moving from this moment forward is only a transition to the positive with the Six of Swords. Now, the background of the Six of Swords. Now, this is the Six of Wands, which means that you are winning in the situation. I feel like so many things have disappointed you in the situation you're talking about. You see, here, the Hierophant, which could signify someone who has a word in the situation, like maybe a manager, maybe a parent, maybe someone you trusted would stand by you, for example. So there is a figure that was supposed to be balanced with the figure of the Temperance card and the Hierophant. This is like someone you thought was balanced, froze, right? Froze midway during something. You see, a cup has fallen. I feel like you feel someone or something has dropped you. And so perhaps that's the shock here. Or maybe a situation was supposed to work out for you in a really good way, and somehow it froze, which brought a lot of shock for you. For a long time with the High Priestess, you didn't know what was going on. There was a lot of secrecy maybe, and a lot of vagueness. the curtain, like maybe people hiding information from you, or you not having access to the information to understand what's going on. So that which would help you wasn't there, access to information wasn't there. You felt like there was a lot of pain inflicted onto you in this situation. And with all of the third eye, it makes me feel like there's a lot of guesswork going on, where you had to trust your intuition with regards to the situation. You had to see beyond what is really going on. And although it was such a weird situation with the acclamation, I feel like you were strong in this situation. You had to get used to the situation, understand what it's all about, swim, move forward with it, keeping an open eye to really see beyond what it's not presenting to you. And whatever help you had here, when it dropped you, it really broke your heart, it seems. Your heart dropped when you felt like something was supposed to work out for you, didn't, or when this person was supposed to be there for you, but didn't. Now the High Priestess is showing herself in a card all on her own with justice on it. And this makes me feel like there is justice coming out in this situation for you. She's shown up with justice, meaning that maybe information is coming out that will bring you justice. Is kind of like, wait for it. There is a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Wait for it. There is a new beginning with justice coming out. So how is that happening? I see a group of people collecting the pieces. Do you see? Collecting the pieces of shattered glass from the snow, from the coldness, and helping each other piece by piece put it together. Could it be you and others collecting information or picking these shattered pieces? What once had a long pause, maybe you're collaborating with someone or some people to pick up the pieces. You know, for some of you, this could be a relationship. Do you see? For some of you, I'm trying to guess. For some of you, it's like someone was unfair to you. For others, this could be a reunion of a relationship. And I say reunion because here you have rebus. And rebus is like the end product of the alchemical magnum opus. So this happens when a reunion of opposing qualities come together, like reunite. Okay. This happens with a reunion of opposing qualities, such as, for example, spirit and matter, or female and male. So something great is happening with this situation. If you are wondering about whether you're going to be talking with someone or not, maybe the pause here is someone wasn't responding anymore, right? Someone who you thought was going to be there wasn't there or something. So you got used to maybe not being there or speaking to each other or something. In all cases, I see, if you're inquiring about your connection with someone, that there is a reunion. If this is not about someone, your situation, then there is something great that is about to happen. Like, for example, actually seeing justice in this situation, or something that was on pause, or you thought that it was perhaps by forced to pause by a specific person in power, right? is now going to work, because many people are gathering up and picking the pieces together and putting the picture together, making it work, finding the truth, right? And so it's kind of like bypassing, which is unthought of, because this is the background of the Seven of Cups. Like, maybe the people in power here thought this wasn't going to happen. How they didn't imagine that there could be a bypass where others pick the pieces for themselves. See, it's like people against a specific power, for remembering that things were in their power and not in the authority of the person appointed in power. You see, it's like people remembering that they have the power with the Arthur sword and the stone, right? So they remember their power back. So whether this is a group of people or just you picking the pieces together, finding the truth, finding the information, you will find that the power was in your hand. Something was on pause here for a long time, maybe due to someone in power making it on pause, right? So here it's like, oh my God, this was a tricky situation with the Seven of Swords, or maybe there were a lot of lies with the Seven of Swords. Someone was escaping also. Seven of Swords is escape with the Seven of Swords, like someone taking power and escaping. And you going, hey, the power is in my hands. Maybe if I just be patient and pick up the pieces, or others are picking up the pieces, because in this card, for some of you, you're standing there and others are picking the pieces. Who knows how this is going to work? It seems like it's a group work here of people getting their justice back. You can even see with the Three of Wands, you've got many people there. After a long pause, now they are moving, right? So it's a new beginning, a strong one with the Ace of Wands, with something foundational to begin that journey with the Ace of Pentacles. Again, the movement with the Chariotee in the High Priestess card. What you're not seeing is that there will be movement in this situation. Again, here the third eye has more than one person. Where you were following your intuition, others were as well, it seems. And someone is going to find the key, or it's a group work that will find the key that will take all of you out of the situation. If this group work thing is not yours, please take it how it resonates. Then the reading is obviously talking about how you finding the key, the recovery to your situation. In all cases, Queen of Swords and the Justice card shows that truth is coming out. Truth that will balance this situation, is coming out. One direction will be broken and a new direction will arise. Maybe the pause here shows that someone prevented something from maybe moving, thus the stone, and others will be the reason it starts working again. So although you got used to the situation with the acclamation card, maybe you think, well, I better get used to how it is. That's what it is, kind of thing. The person in power stopped it, or this person who's not talking to me is not talking, or something. Maybe it is what it is kind of situation, when really it's not. What is in fact going to happen is that you will be very happy in this situation. You will find happiness in this situation. Oh my God, and something else, you've got Lofn, and Lofn is the goddess of union. It's unbelievable. I feel like if this is something taken from you, then you are reuniting with whatever was taken from you. If you've separated from someone, then you're reuniting with someone. If justice was taken from you, then you are being united with justice. And it seems like at the moment There are many people working to pick up the pieces, or perhaps it's you. And truth is coming out, putting you with the Six of Wands in the victorious position. There is a transition that will happen, and if you're in pain, that's the epitome of the situation. Like that's as bad as it can go. Any move from here is the downward of this unjust energy, or this pause, or this tyranny, or this person in power, whatever this is, or break. Any moment from here, any move from here is towards the positive from this moment onwards. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It is a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. You will find a join button under this video. I've also left a link first thing in the description box to make it easy for you to find right away. And my dear pile number 2, thank you for everything. Thank you for all the types of support. I love you guys so much. Wishing you the best in this situation. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Oh, this one's sliding off. Your crystal is the beautiful zebra Jasper. Your card is the Solve e Coagula Oracle. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Leo. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, please don't worry about it. They are not the official zodiac signs of the pile. Some people prefer to pick their piles using their intuition, and others prefer to pick them using their zodiac signs. So that's why they are here. Okay, so let's get straight into your reading. We're taking a look at what will happen with the situation that you have in mind. So you have common ground. Very cool. Okay. Love this card for you. Always a positive. Common ground. Like everyone's benefiting off of a situation or something. You have the Tiwaz rune with courage, self-sacrifice, and honor. You have the root chakra with discovery. That's nice. Okay, what if I push these a bit down? Do I have space here? No need to squash. You have the crown chakra with confusion. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards and see. Oh, I feel these. And I felt this one. And see what will happen with the situation that you have in mind. Oh, this one, these two. One. Oh my, someone's moving something. Okay, what will happen with the situation that you have in mind? You've got the Queen of Swords. Invocation, that's an extra card in this deck. Invocation. Maybe someone will call you to do something, like ask you to come in and do something, perhaps. You have the Eight of Wands. The Star card. Okay, so that's awesome seeing the Star card here. The Ten of Wands, lovely. Because the Ten of Wands here, a Ten of Wands in general is like an end of something heavy, end of a heavy cycle. You can see the cycle here. And a rebirth. Finally, a rebirth out, excuse me, of the situation. So you're fighting through something, it means. it seems. Maybe you're carrying something heavy. Let's see. You've got the 6 of Swords. And let's pause here so that I can put the elements together. I mean, I can see many factors, but I feel like I need to put the picture together to understand what your situation is first. Discovery. Okay. I feel like they're pleasantly surprised here with the discovery, to discover something. I feel like there is definitely confusion, obviously, in this situation. You're not able to see ahead, specifically predict what's going to happen because things aren't clear. And there will be a transition in this situation with some truth coming out with the Queen of Swords, or maybe a strong realization. Whether the truth is hard or the realization is hard, one positive thing about it is that you will be able to move forward positively. So there is a discovery for sure. I feel like this discovery has a double-edged sword. In one manner, it might make you feel like you're a bit hurt, but on the other, it will allow you to move on to what you are hoping for with the Star card. So let me just say, centering your reading, is that you are quickly moving towards what you are hoping for. Although it is starting off with some truth that you may not like, but ultimately this truth is helping you release the heaviness and move towards things, something exactly what you're hoping for. Also, the 6 star reminds me of the Merkaba, the ascendance of the soul. So in general, I feel like there is an ascension to the situation, like you are moving upwards. And so here you have the solve e coagula, which is a Roman phrase meaning something has to dissolve before it's able to create form once again. And this is why I feel, although there is truth that you may not like, but it's like liberating truth that will help you do the right thing, maybe move in the right direction and move quickly towards what you're hoping for. So Queen of Swords and Invocation makes me feel like maybe there is someone of authority or someone of power who will ask to speak to you, perhaps, who will call you to speak to you. And although the truth may not entirely be something that you wanted to hear, but it will work in everybody's favor, your favor, their favor, everybody's favor. And I feel like initially you might go, oh, but that's not fair, or maybe I don't like it, or maybe that's fair, but I don't like this part or something. Yeah, that's fair, and I don't like this part though. And after a bit of reflection, you will feel like, hey, you know what? This gives me the chance to do it exactly the way that I want. This actually may make me do what I want very quickly. This actually is a shortcut to something I had to work hard, like fight for. So bending over backwards is an expression of like someone trying to do the best for you. So although the news may not seem exactly what you want, but it will be really someone trying to do the very best that they can in their situation to help you out. And you also will be taking the news where part of you will like, another part of you won't. You too will think, oh, well, that's actually a rebirth to my favor, because I can now make things go the way that I want. So yeah, that's exactly what I see so far. But that's not all. Let's check out the rest of your reading to see what will happen in the situation that you have in mind. So you've got the 9 of Pentacles. Awesome to see the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a wish fulfillment card. It's like you being fulfilled, you getting what you want. And you've got the star card here. So I really feel like ultimately you're going to have what you want or do what you want. You got the Princess of Discs, which here would be the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Fool card. No, Princess is the Page, sorry. Page of Pentacles, the Fool, Knight of Swords. I guess in that case, Princess of Discs in this deck. I haven't used it in a while. In that case, we'll read it as Thoth. So, Princess of Discs, Knight of Swords, the Moon card. You have the 3 of Pentacles. And finally, you have... No, fine, we've got 2 more cards. The 4 of Cups, as well as the Queen of Pentacles. So it's interesting that you have the Princess of Discs in conjunction to the Fool card and the Knight of Swords, especially that we saw 8 of Wands. Let me tell you what I'm seeing. The Princess of Discs, the Princess of Discs is the earth part of Earth. So this shows that you're like on the brink of transfiguration, especially that's in conjunction of the Fool card. I feel like things are about to move for you at great speed with the 8 of Wands, also at great speed with the Knight of Swords. So you're quickly moving towards what you want. You're quickly moving towards your fulfillment. So please don't be disheartened with the part of the news that you like, because it may just be the very thing that you're not seeing with the Moon card that would put the pieces together to help you do exactly what it is that you want. This is definitely saying that your wish is about to happen for you now. You've got the god Janus here looking towards the past and the future, giving a great indication that what was on the past moving forward from now will be very different from what will happen in your future. And we've already see we can already see a lot of stability with the 4, and I'm seeing 4 in conjunction to the Queen of Pentacles. It instantly reminds me of stability, groundedness. It reminds me, of course, of fulfillment, living in the realm of your dreams with the Queen of Pentacles. So discovery, 4 of Cups, shows that it's happening as an element of surprise, discovery. Once you go into that meeting or you're asked to go somewhere, this is when things will start changing completely. And so I feel like your reading is saying, consider the news as the last part of that heaviness to create that birth. It's not like the end of the situation. In fact, it is the beginning of a formation of a new beginning. And like I said here, it seems like whoever is bringing the news to you is telling you about it, really bent over backwards, trying their best to do the best in your situation. So they may have even fought for you with the Tiwas, this person, or the situation was trying to work the best for you. So please don't be disheartened, because even though part of it would be like, oh no, what? The other part will make you go, well, you know what? that's actually good that it's happened, because now, yeah, I think I told you about this before, because now I can exactly move it in the direction that I want. So it's all good, my dear pile number 3. And be positive that the situation to a great extent will come to your favor, because that is a benefit for everyone. So let me give you an example of what it means by something that you may not like, but it is all good at the end and will work to your favor, and it's a common ground for everyone. Let's say you are trying to get a very special and unique permit that's not usually given to just anyone, right? So you worked your way through it, you've like presented all the needed papers, you've made a good argument, you've done a good pitch or whatever, and now you're waiting. You really can't tell. Maybe you felt like they liked your offer, your pitch, but at the same time it's very hard to get, so you're really not sure. You can't see anything at the moment. And they call you and tell you, hey, come in, listen, we have worked so hard and you are gonna get that permit. But let's say you won't be able to use that permit, however, for the next, 3 months. And you're like, what? Or like 6 months or something. These are just examples. And you're like, what? For the next 6 months? That's horrible. But why? That's like a waste of my time, or waste of my year. That's this, that's that. And then when you reflect on it, you're like, hey, wait a minute. I've got to prepare this. I've got to prepare that. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. These things are not ready. And if I think about it, that's the exact time I need to finish these things. And if I hadn't had that ready, maybe I would have been paying for something, and it wouldn't have come to my favor. So it's actually a good thing that they won't give it to me now. And now that you have the time to prepare for whatever you need, you look professional, you look like you have your things in order. And when you do get that permit, things start off on the right foot. So it's like, it may not look like it's a beginning, but it's actually a rebirth for you. That's the type of news I'm seeing here. Part of it that's going to be great news, pleasant surprise that you will love, but maybe some part of it that you won't like. But ultimately, it is to your favor. And see, I'm seeing you in the brink of something happening. So it's like an instant beginning, because once you come out of this meeting or come out of this communication or whatever you're being called to here, that's your beginning and nothing can take it. Now, this may not be like a permit. This may be, you can have this house, but you gotta fix that part. And you're like, what? That's not fair. You didn't tell me about this before or something. And then you realize, hey, this whole part maybe is molded. Maybe I need to take all of this out anyway. It's better health for me to fix it or something. So that's what I'm trying to say in your situation. But do note that whoever is bringing out that decision is bending over backwards, because it's in favor for everyone that you go through with whatever this is. And I do see that this is going to be the beginning of your wish fulfillment, a great hope that you have. And I see that this path will take you to you achieving exactly what it is that you wanted. It will be a pleasant surprise for you. It's going to be awesome. And there's collaboration here. There is collaboration with the Moon and the Three of Pentacles in that case. Maybe some of you will joint venture with others. I don't know, of course, what your story is. I'm just trusting the process as I'm reading your cards. Yeah, maybe you're not seeing that you'll join forces with others, perhaps. Moon is emotions, so maybe you will love collaborating with others with this. Or maybe that you will be working hard with others to do something, because there's a similarity here. Here you've got the Valkyrie, you've got warriors here, you've got also the goddess Inanna in this moon card, which is of course the goddess of war in Mesopotamia. So you've got I'm also, along with that, I'm seeing the two ravens of Odin symbolizing news. So after you hear about this, after you're going to be told something, which you're not seeing now, you're like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen with this situation. So after you're going to get the news here, I see that you and others are going to put on your best game to pursue something. Maybe you and others, this is a benefit for you and others. And I believe each one will be keeping their end of the stick to make this reality happen, because it's benefiting all of you. Yeah, so I have no idea really what this is about, but I do, these are the energies that I do see in your reading. And I'm sure as you're listening to it, you'll be able to understand how this is being communicated to your specific situation. Yeah, but you can definitely see something is going to kick off once you hear that news. Movement is happening. Things will shift and change, and the real deal is beginning. I see you and others really working hard, keeping your promises, putting something together, and all of you benefiting and reaping the benefit of these results that you will be putting in. Really loving the results, the blessings that are going to come for all of you. So expect some news to come, mostly positive. Part of it is like some hard truth that you might want to swallow, but as you're swallowing it, you're like, you know what? That's actually for my benefit. Good thing that this happened, because this is actually a blessing from the universe to help me get what I want in the way that I want it. And my dear pile number 3, this is exactly what I see in your situation, of what will happen with the situation in your mind. If you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It is honestly a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. You will find a join button right under this video. I will also leave a link first thing in the description box to make it easy for you to find. And my dear pile number 3, thank you so much for all the type of support. I love you guys very much. Sending you so much good wishes with your situation. May you find the news so pleasant, and may you feel empowered and achieve the hopes and the dreams you want with it. Sending you so much love, my dear pile number 3, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!